When two people unite in marriage, they make a solemn commitment to one another's eternal love and faithfulness. However, this does not always occur in a loving manner in some circumstances. There are times when everything can end abruptly at the altar, frequently with no warning of what will happen. We shall talk about a case when this occurred in this article. After 4 years of dating, getting engaged, and being fully dedicated to one another, Peter and Jasmine were a couple. Both of their families appeared to be in favor of the relationship, and they appeared to love each other very much. Everything was moving smoothly. Jasmine was unaware, nevertheless, that her fiancé Peter was having a covert liaison with Annabelle. Even though Peter and Jasmine had been having an affair for 2 years, they never stopped. Jasmine believed she had found the love of her life in Peter, and she loved him with all of her heart. Because he didn't want to be perceived as blatantly disloyal and thought of Annabelle as merely a fleeting fling, Peter was ready to call it quits on his relationship with her and move on with Jasmine. However, Annabelle broke the news to Peter a few weeks before the wedding. She was expecting a kid, and the child was his. Peter was feeling a lot of different things at the same time. However, he felt that his child needed a father figure and chose to live with Annabelle. In the end, this helped them become closer. The unfaithful couple vowed to be together forever and to use their child as a unifying force in their love vows. When the big day for Peter and Jasmine's marriage finally arrived, everyone was anticipating it. Unaware of what was about to happen, Jasmine's friends and family watched her with glee as she was filled with excitement and happiness. After an hour, Jasmine began to worry about the groom's tardiness. The phone finally rang, and Jasmine picked it up. Peter was the voice on the other end of the call, apologizing profusely, "But we are unable to get married to Jasmine. I'm running away with another woman because I love her too. I truly apologize. I hope you find happiness. We're expecting a baby and she's carrying it. My child will not be left fatherless." Jasmine was horrified and heartbroken. "Peter, how can you be such a scoundrel?" she asked over the phone. "You are abhorrent. You have been lying to me all along." "I'm so sorry, Jasmine," Peter retorted, trembling. "This is not how I wanted things to be. Although I had a covert relationship with Annabelle, I never abandoned you. After experiencing emotional confusion, I realized that I loved Annabelle and that I would live with her and my child. Please pardon me. I hope you find happiness and that you come across a man who genuinely loves you. To continue lying to both you and me would not be just. I apologize, Jasmine. I did everything for you, and this is how you repay me," Jasmine sobbed. "All right, let me just tell you this. Everything in this world is repayable, and life will eventually charge you for the harm you caused me. This is fate, not a curse." Jasmine looked dejected and melancholy as she hung up on Peter. "To everyone here, it is with great sadness that I announce there will be no wedding," she said to the guests. Over the phone, the groom ended our relationship and fled with his expectant partner. "Peter is a shameless man and a disgrace. He tricked me, making me appear foolish. I apologize to all of you. You can leave now. It's okay if you wish to return the presents you received." Everyone at the time was sympathetic toward Jasmine because of her shattered heart and devastation. Jasmine's suffering was never their intention, and Peter's family expressed their regret for what had transpired. Jasmine said her fiancé's family farewell after realizing they were not at blame. With the assistance of her own family, she exited the event while still wearing her bridal gown. Jasmine's parents and siblings helped her through all of the hardships she endured. Her pals were there for her as well. Peter and Annabelle, in the meantime, boarded an aircraft at an airport on the opposite side of town and relocated to a different state in order to avoid the judgmental and hurtful looks they would likely receive from onlookers. After living their lives, Peter and Annabelle started a family. Jasmine sobbed, completely broken-hearted by the unfulfilled nuptials. She started to feel more and more down and unhappy. 3 years later, Jasmine recovered with the support of her loved ones and friends following multiple psychiatric treatments. She began studying, working at a corporation, going to the gym, and running. She met Nick, a young, stylish, gorgeous, and sophisticated man from a wealthy family who controlled the company, one day at her new job. He was extremely modest and honorable, in spite of his wealth and high social standing. Nick's secretary, Jasmine, received excellent treatment from him. He always treated everyone equally and justly, never abusing his position of authority to degrade or mistreat his staff members or subordinates. Jasmine was proud of her middle-class upbringing and didn't try to hide it. Nick seemed to really enjoy Jasmine, and he started to feel something for her over time. Thus, one day, Nick bravely greeted Jasmine by saying, "Hello, Jasmine. Do you want to accompany me on a date? Perhaps get together someday?" His request touched and honored Jasmine. She accepted out of deference to her boss, even though she wasn't seeking a relationship because of the fallout from being left on the altar and her diminished faith in men. Her preference was to have a single life. Nick tried to respect her feelings by not pressuring her after noticing her lack of interest. But her lack of interest just strengthened his resolve. As a result of his persistent efforts, their friendship developed. Nick invited Jasmine over for supper because he was growing more and more in love with her and wanted to win her heart. "Jasmine, I've been in love with you since the first time I saw you," Nick then declared his sentiments. "You are constantly on my mind. Are you going to be my girlfriend?" Though shocked and astonished by Nick's offer, Jasmine said, "I'm very honored, Nick, but you come from a high position, and I'm from a simple, humble family, with hesitation and shaking. Unlike you, I was not born into a wealthy family, and I don't have any titles. Are you certain about this?" "Jasmine, my parents were middle class like you, and they fought hard to get where they are." Nick smiled in response. "I learned a lot of principles from them. I owe them for the excellent childhood they gave me because of them, and I am the amazing person I am now. I want to see you happy, because I love you." After fostering feelings for Nick for some time, Jasmine chose to take a gamble on herself and accepted Nick's proposal. Jasmine got along well with Nick's mixed-race parents and brothers, and he seemed to like her. Peter was living his idyllic life in another state with Annabelle and their child, longing his family, but also being afraid of their reaction should he go back to his native state. After 2 years, Nick asked Jasmine to marry him while kneeling in front of his parents and brothers at his home. He did this by displaying a wedding ring to her. "Be the woman of my dreams and my spouse." When Jasmine saw the wedding ring, she experienced mixed emotions. When Nick noticed Jasmine's expression, he inquired, "What's wrong, my love? Have I erred in some way? Tell me what's wrong, and I'll take care of it immediately." "No, Nick, you didn't do anything wrong, but seeing this ring brought back memories," remarked a moved Jasmine. Nick's mom inquired, "What happened, sweetheart?" "Explain it to us. Whatever it is will help," Nick added. "Tell us, my love. We're here to listen. Whatever it is, we'll understand." So Jasmine told her entire story about her wedding, where she was abandoned at the altar. Her unfaithful fiancé had run away with his pregnant mistress, and all her suffering followed. Nick and his family were moved by Jasmine's story and felt very sorry for her. Nick then opened up to Jasmine and said, "My love, I know how you feel. I've been through that too, and I know what it's like." Surprised, Jasmine said, "What do you mean, Nick? Someone in your position and with your status, who has everything, couldn't possibly go through that. My God, the world is so small." Nick emotionally replied, I was about to get married 3 years before I met you. My future wife left me at the altar and ran away with an ex-boyfriend. Everything you suffered, I also suffered. I had depression, cried a lot, and even lost the meaning of my own life. But thanks to my family, I recovered, and now I'm here. I know how you feel because I felt it too. Jasmine held Nick's hand, and in front of his family, confident that she had found true love, she accepted his proposal. After 6 months of preparation for the big occasion, Nick was at the altar, waiting for his beloved. Jasmine arrived in a beautiful dress, and in front of all the guests, they got married. Their families were emotional. 3 months later, Jasmine was pregnant, which left Nick overjoyed. The happiness of motherhood and fatherhood made the couple very happy. Meanwhile, Peter and Annabelle were living their fairy tale, but they were about to be surprised. One day, Annabelle and Peter were at their home when someone knocked on the door. To their surprise, a ghost from Annabelle's past appeared in her life. It was a man named Blake. Nervously, Annabelle said, "I can't believe it. How did you find me and what are you doing here, you idiot?" Also nervous, Blake replied, "It doesn't matter how I found you. Where's our son? I want to see our son." Screaming, Annabelle said, "Get out of here! Leave now!" However, Blake grabbed Annabelle and said, "It doesn't matter. I want both of you. You and our son. I love you both." Blake hugged Annabelle and kissed her on the mouth. At that moment, Peter arrived and saw the scene, saying, "Annabelle, what are you doing with this guy? I want an explanation." At that moment, Blake sarcastically said to Annabelle and Peter, "You traded me for this guy, a guy who left his fiancée at the altar and is raising another man's child. What an idiot you are." Angry, Peter tried to confront Blake, but Annabelle tried to calm them down. Mockingly and sarcastically, Blake said to Peter, "That boy you're raising isn't your son. I'm the real father of this child." Surprised, Peter said, "Annabelle, tell me this is a lie." Annabelle was stuttering nervously and was at a loss for words. Blake went on, "In actuality, this woman was with you for the entire time to take advantage of you financially. A DNA test is an option. She kept the pregnancy a secret from me. I learned of it from a friend. Although she was with us both, I am the true father." Peter's world fell apart at that same moment, and all he had ever believed in was a massive lie. Peter blurted out, "Annabelle, how could you do this?" "To be with you, I deserted my future wife at the altar. This is how you pay me back for leaving everything for you and running away to another state." Annabelle sobbed and added, "Remember the boy. Nothing is the fault of him." "Enough, Annabelle," Peter shot back. "I will no longer be manipulated by you. This is the child's biological father. I don't have to provide for a child that isn't mine. However, since I gave you this house as a gift and it is registered in your name, you are free to keep it. But I'm done helping out financially. I'm sorry I left Jasmine, a lovely woman, for someone like you. I'm returning to my native state in order to locate Jasmine and beg her pardon. The game of manipulation is over, Annabelle. I hope to never see you again. Leave my life now." After going to the bedroom to pack his things, Peter walked out of the house. He acknowledged the boy's innocence as he bid him farewell. That's where Annabelle and Blake ended up. Annabelle turned down Blake's attempt at an embrace, angry that her plot had been uncovered. Peter took another aircraft ride back to his home state, where he witnessed the results of his deeds. His family rejected him, his friends abandoned him, and all of this rejection made him unhappy. He was crying and pleading for someone to tell him about Jasmine, but no one would speak. When he went to apologize to Jasmine's family, they mercilessly threw him out. He only had one buddy who provided him Jasmine's address, and warned him not to believe what he saw. In an attempt to win Jasmine back and seek her forgiveness, Peter paid her a visit. When Peter arrived, he discovered that the location was a mansion. Jasmine was massaging her tummy, which was 7 months pregnant. "Peter, it's been a while, huh?" replied Jasmine, who was taken aback when Peter knocked on the door. "You abandoned me at the altar and fled with your pregnant mistress, and I haven't seen you since." Peter, on his knees and in sobs, said, "Jasmine, my love, I came to ask for your forgiveness and a new chance to start over." But Jasmine's belly caught Peter's attention, and he announced, "You're pregnant." Jasmine answered politely and gently, "Yeah, I'm 7 months pregnant. I will become a mother." Peter was saddened and deeply saddened by what he saw. "And your child with your mistress Annabelle?" Jasmine inquired. "You are the father, right?" Peter sobbed, saying, "That child wasn't mine. Annabelle did me a favor. No, I wasn't the dad. All of it was a plot orchestrated by that miserable woman." Jasmine apologized to Peter. "I met an incredible man who genuinely loves me, and as you could see, I'm getting married and happy now," Peter said humbly, on his knees. "Please forgive me, Jasmine. Return to me. We cherish one another. Like I mentioned, Annabelle tricked me. It was not my child. I swear that after this, nothing will be the same, and I won't ever lie to you or cheat on you again. I now understand your feelings upon learning about Annabelle's treachery. Let go of this person. If need be, I'll even take care of this kid that's developing inside of you like it's my own. I'll stop at nothing to win your trust again. You are still loved by me. I am aware that you are my ideal woman. I've been thinking about you nonstop." Jasmine answered kindly, "Peter, I don't love you anymore, but I did forgive you a long time ago. I've suffered so much because of you. I'm genuinely happy now. I apologize. I hope everything in your life turns out well and that you find new love. Please don't return to this page now. The idea of my ex-fiancé troubling us at our door may not sit well with my hubby. Peter, goodbye. May God bless you, and I send you my best wishes." With deliberate slowness, Jasmine shut the door and entered her home. Peter was so unhappy and heartbroken that he sobbed uncontrollably at Jasmine's doorstep. He was overcome with regret when he recalled what Jasmine had said the day he and Annabelle had fled, realizing that life had held him accountable for what he had done to her. Jasmine gave birth to a boy once her pregnancy was over, which delighted Nick and Jasmine. Everyone was content. Peter was forced to bear the costs of his decision in the interim. His acquaintances severed their links with him, no lady desired to be engaged with him, and his family shunned him. Peter was left alone and without company. Peter traveled to a different city and to the closest bus station, missing Jasmine every day and preserving a photo of her from their engagement days as a keepsake. The lesson from this tale is to never exchange a genuine love for a person who could cheat and mislead you. It's possible that the one who actually loves you has moved on, leaving only regret and sorrow in their wake. The phrase "love endures all things" doesn't allude to betrayal and infidelity. Rather, it refers to hardships, suffering, and tribulations. My friends, I sincerely hope you enjoyed this tale. View additional stories that show up on your screen by visiting our channel. Remember to hit like and subscribe. Till the following video.